Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Dune collection, which consists of a sideboard, of an eye sideboard and of a TV stand. We are reviewing the sideboard today. Let's dive into its details. So let's start from the dimensions of this very sideboard, which is 250, it's the biggest one. It's 48 centimeters deep, so relatively compact, and it's 70 centimeters high. About the height, I can straight away give a comment about the fact that normally tables are 75, 76, so this sideboard is relatively shorter than a table, and so when you have a table right beside it and you look at it from a distance and you have the table in the middle, you might perceive the sideboard less than you would expect on a higher sideboard. What strikes out about the Dune collection, of course, it's design, because it's very rich. I can start from the supporting elements, which you do perceive them on a side. For example, here we see it on the right, and then I perceive it to be lighter on the left. So here, you see on the left, I still have a metal bar which supports the sideboard, which is very sturdy, of course, on such a high-end element, but it's pushed a few centimeters behind the edge so that you don't perceive it, and it connects again to the feet here. And this is a first peculiar element. Then, of course, we can see how elaborate, how beautiful, I'm not exaggerating, how beautiful is the carving of the solid wood doors. And here is walnut. I love walnut, by the way. And the way it is worked is that there's this carving which appears to be random, while it's not random. It has fixed widths of these single carvings, and so the doors, when they are closed, you perceive a single surface. You don't really much perceive the joint between the two doors, and I can open all of them so you can see the inside as well, and we can see the glass shelves inside. And finally we open the last one, and it leads us to discussing the edges of the sideboard, because we see that here the elaborate carving is reproduced on the side, on the curved side here. And what I very much like about the Dune collection is that the direction of the curve goes one way on the right, you see here, and it goes the other way on the left. And I find it very interesting. So here I have a 90 degrees corner, and there I have the curve. Here I have the curve, and there I have the 90-degree corner. So it's very interesting. Here we have a use of different materials. So we have lacquer on metal. We have lacquer of the same color on an MDF panel, okay, on the side. Then we have walnut or burnt oak. We can choose, of course, the color of the wood. And then we have quite a few options for the tops, because we can have them lacquered just like the side, so one less material. We can have ceramics, and we can have marble. And we have 9 matte finish marbles and 8 glossy finish marbles. Here we see, among the matte finish category, we see Travertine. It is, well, you know, the Romans actually built an empire, they used to say, with Travertine. It's a natural color material. Normally it is filled with holes. So normally the natural finish Travertine is very much filled with holes, and it's not very practical, I can say, in that situation. But this has been worked. If you see in details, the bigger holes have been filled with the material of the same color, so that actually it's natural marble, but it has been worked in order to have a more finished and more refined look. One more detail about the finish of the top elements. When you use lacquer, an MDF panel, or you use ceramics, it's gonna have a straight edge, while here on marble we used to say in Italian that we have the toro intero. It means literally, it means full bull, which we can see it's completely rounded. Okay, this is a 2 centimeter marble slab, and you have it's rounded on the top edge, and it's rounded on the lower edge. You know, the mezzo toro, so half bull, it's you have a straight corner underneath, okay, and you have the rounded edge above, while the full bull, the toro intero, you have it's completely rounded. You know, it's about taste, it's about fashion trends. Many years ago, it used to be very fashionable to have the full bull or half bull. Then for a good chunk of years, a good period of years, the straight finish was more fashionable, both of course for ceramics, where you have no alternative really, but also on marbles. This kind of gives a more classic look, which in the case of Dune, the Dune collection becomes more contemporary. Personally, I do like it because it's different from many furniture items, even in the design high-end segment that you see today. And I think it matches well with the fact that you have these rounded sides and that you have this very elaborate door, and the fact that the carvings are not squared like in other carved doors, but are actually slightly rounded. As we said at the beginning, we have a smaller sideboard, which is 2 meters. We have the high sideboard, and then we have the TV stand, and of course they all share the same features which I described in this video. So we've come to the end of today's product review about the Dune collection of sideboards, high sideboards and TV stand. I hope that you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye.